afternoon.
Very good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah. So how are you today?
I'm doing good. Thank you. How about you?
Excellent. Yeah. So having a chat with you afternoon itself, I'm feeling so excited. And
Same here.
okay. So today, whoever will be viewing this recording, right? Will be getting to know a lot of things about not only civil service aspirants, but also the other people who wants to dream big and also take their dream to much greater heights and achieve them. So first of all, thank you so much, Pooja, for joining and accepting my invitation to be on the chat show. I thought this would be a wonderful platform to showcase, like, if someone has achieved something in their life, they can be a role model or inspiration for other people and share some of the strategies and other things so that even it can be of help to many people. So I thought, let me use this wonderful platform because nowadays technology is so advanced and we can use it in so many beneficial ways. Thank you so much for joining.
The pleasure is mine. Thank you.
And yes, before we start off the session, I would definitely want to introduce you to all the people over there. Pooja. So who is Pooja and where is she from? So definitely most of them would be interested to know about that. So here goes. Pooja is she is born and brought up in Mysuru. She did a schooling in Sri Kaveri School and college from Marimalappa's PU, Mysuru. And coming to degree, she has done her electronics and communication engineering from Vidyavardhaka College of Engineering, Mysore. And one of her, the latest achievement is she has cleared her civil services in second attempt without any coaching and only through self-studies right from home with sociology as optional subject. Well, and the latest update is she has also cleared the Indian Forest Service examination with rank 45 in the first attempt, and this is such a commendable job. And moving to some of her achievements, well, she has published international research paper on Bitcoin technology. She has undertaken UNICEF course on educational reforms, and she has also been honored as a best outgoing student in school days. Well, behind all these achievements, definitely there has to be a supportive family. So when it comes to the family details, she is the daughter of MG Bedre and Padmavati, and she also has an elder sister, Chaitra. Now coming to hobbies, she loves tutoring civil service aspirants at free of cost, knowing Indian gastronomy and reading books. Well, her preparation journey, let's hear from her mouth itself. And this is few things about Pooja, and definitely all of us are inspired by her, the place where she has studied, the college where she comes from, and also her latest achievements. And moving forward, definitely, I will be having a very interactive chat with Pooja, who is there with us. Before we move, I would also like to introduce myself. I'm Suma, currently working as HR, and also I have 16 years of corporate experience in various MNCs, and currently I'm working as a public speaking, personality development, and also an IELTS coach. Well, today it's my privilege to talk to Pooja and try to get some information which will be really helpful to all of them. Are you ready, Pooja?
Yes, I'm very excited.
Okay.
Thank you for such a sweet introduction, ma'am.
Okay, Pooja. So here we go. All of us, right? All of us have dreams. Dreams are something which should be so strong and something that which should not let us to sleep is what I feel. And also Walt Disney, a very famous personality, has told that if you can dream it, you can achieve it, right? So our vision is something which inspires to take actions, and this is what keeps us moving forward. Well, a dream is a compelling future, and it provides inspiration and motivation for the person who is dreaming. A dream should not be just a dream, it should be backed up with action so that you see your goals getting fulfilled. And I feel that not just mere knowledge or the abilities that we possess is sufficient, right? How intelligent you are, this is not just sufficient, but your dream should be coupled with hard work, action, persistence, and patience. Because we see that in the latest world, what happens is people, of course, have a lot of dreams, but they give up at some point of time. And there are people who, yes, they pursue their dream, but they give up at some later point of time, right? So today, let's understand that what is that, what is that Pooja who's there with us, who has secured 390th rank in civil services and 45th rank in IFS, what she has to say about all this particular dream big and create your own story. So Pooja, let me start off with, can you please tell me about your family?
Yes, ma'am. So I have a very small and sweet family. I have got an elder sister who is a software engineer. She's in a managerial role now. And my father, MG Bedre, he works in U Digital in Yestel. So I'm one of your part of your family. And my mother is a housemaker. She had been a, she used to run a small home run business, but that has been closed now. She has been resting. We gave her, okay, you can take a break. So she is the actual real strength, and she is a pillar of our home. So since you were talking about a dream, so my understanding of a dream is similar to what APJ Abdul Kalam said. The dream is something that should not happen during the sleep. Dream is the one that should not let us sleep. So always this energy that this always came. It kind of transmitted from my mother. So she used to not settle for anything less. And I still remember since my childhood days, even if it was a lame running race competition, or even if it was a narration story, she used to be in the audience and support me a lot. So when I used to stand on the stage and see my mom all smiling, all supporting, I used to think, okay, the next stage should be bigger. The next stage should be bigger. So this is how to dream big, to do big actually came to me. So this is regarding dream, and I read a lot of books. So one of the quotation from that, the very famous book, The White Tiger, written by Arvind Adiga, it says the only difference between a dreamer and an achiever is that dreamer is the one who is awakened while everyone else is still sleeping. So this is regarding that.
Okay, excellent. Well, very well said. Well, we all have some or the other inspiration, right, in our family. And that is the reason family are there for, who support us at any point of time during our, good times and time where we need support. And definitely all our achievements, we can trace back to our family. So thank you so much for sharing about your family. Now, could you please tell us about your childhood? Like, what kind of student were you? Were you very notorious, very silent? So did you have this dream of, achieving something big right from your school days?
I was a very good orator back then also, because we had a practice that the practice is still being followed. That every time my dad comes from office, the evening time we spend it mostly to discuss things. So that is how a speaking ability or fearless speaking, that's the thing I developed I could develop because of them, because I used to have a continuous discussion with my parents, and they did encourage a lot. So regarding if I was notorious, I was very notorious kid. Compared to my elder sister, I was a very troublesome girl. I used to play a lot. Matlab, I used to stay in the street all the time. She was very
Okay.
silent and obedient, but I was always the rebel one. I was also the most pampered one.
Okay.
So, so regarding this speaking habit, I still remember that along with going to parks, my parents used to take me to a lot of libraries. So my mom has a very habit for reading. So somewhere that also she gave us that, okay, books are something through which we can gain things. So along with going to parks, we used to go to library. I still remember I used to pick up my mom's card, library card, and go lend books from there.
Oh,
And we used to read a lot of Sudhamurti books, something that is understandable, that is suitable to our age, that will keep us entangled with the habit of reading. So this is how slowly and slowly I started building my own personality. Then, as and when we visited any public functions, I still remember I was in around second standard. So we had been to Dasra function. It was near Palace Ground, and there
mhm.
were a lot of officers coming up. And my mom literally forced me to go and speak to one particular officer, and that was Manivannan sir. He was
Hmm.
the DC back then. I was very shy. I was hesitant. I was almost like in the verge of tears. That why are you even forcing me to go and talk to him? So, but finally, I did go and talk to Manivannan sir. And back after that, when I came home, I asked my mother, like, why did you force me? No kids went and actually talked to him. That you made me go to stage on in front of everybody. The later she told me that the position that he holds is something that is valuable and respectable. He is not a common man. He is a district commissioner. He has a power of entire district, and these are his powers, and these are what the things that he can actually achieve. And the place that he holds is not for himself, but actually it's for the society. So
Okay.
in a very childhood days, in spark moments, there was like a lot of dots during my childhood, and even these were the moments. And whenever we used to meet any policemen or doctors, my mom would always say, "Go talk to them, salute them." So she kind of made us socialize more. That to socialize without any fear, and that made me a lot public oriented person. And since then, I always had a like kind of pulling towards society, that I wanted to
Hmm.
be in between that. I was a good communicator. I had that pulling towards that. So slowly, slowly, these dots were there. But dots finally became a straight line when I reached my engineering stage. That is when my mom, she openly said that, yes, this is inside you, that an administrator is lying inside you. That
Okay.
has to come out. You have to make a decision, and you can do it. So somewhere even I was not feeling myself with engineering and the corporate job that I was doing. Sitting in you might be knowing, sitting inside that between that cubicle is such a painful thing. It's
Yes.
almost like we are getting isolated. Even though we build even though engineers are the reason for all the technologies and the wonders that are happening, but we don't directly connect to the end product that we make. So that is something that lacks in that career. So I was not feeling myself when I was working as a corporate. And my mom also used to tell that, okay, this is not your path. You can do this. This is possible. So
Okay.
when she started saying that, even I believed that, yes, this is something. So a kind of self recognition, an enlightenment moment happened. So
Okay.
that somewhere synced, whatever she used to tell and what
Mhm.
I used to feel, that somewhere synchrony happened. And then that I took a risky decision of quitting my job. So I still remember when I quit my job, my mom was not happy. So like every Indian mom, they want us to achieve, but also be in a safe zone, which both cannot go hand in hand. So
Exactly.
I quit
Yes.
my job. I quit my job. So for about a week, she was not talking to me. And as and when she realized that my potential, the way I was dedicated, honestly studying, she started accepting that, and she supported like none can. She
Okay.
supported everything, every ounce of my preparation. She was with me.
Okay.
So this is how my dream actually started, and there have been many incidents where I felt if I was in that position, I could do something better. So that is one. And I love my country. I love my country. I want to serve my country. So that was also second pulling factor. All this has led to this profession now, ma'am.
That's great. That's great. And if we see the whole conversation, you can see that, mothers are always trying to push us. I mean, at
Yes,
that point of time, we might feel that, oh my God, what is she doing? And yes, we all remember, in our childhood, like if anyone come home also, like our parents, especially our mothers, they would want us to demonstrate any of our skills or talents.
exactly. Yes,
Like, hey, why don't you sing? Why don't you tell that poem? Why don't you show your paintings? Something, they always encourage us. And yes, I mean, fathers also have, they have an invisible hands which we don't see, but mothers are,
that is true.
a source of inspiration. And we see that there has been a lot of, push from your mother. And
Yes, ma'am.
sometimes, yes, we feel that, Arey, what is she doing? And all those things.
Mm.
Good
Ma'am,
that, she
the
did that.
generation gap is real. Actually, the generation gap is real
Hmm.
between their thinking and our thinking. There's a huge difference. But
Yes,
they have that eagle eye to find out our aptitude. Only
yes,
they can do it, and they do it at a very younger age. That is one. Hence, I keep saying, wherever I go, I keep saying that parents, our family, give us the root to grow and the wings to fly. So
yes.
that is how it works.
True, true, true. So had your mother not pushed you, I mean, today we wouldn't have seen this Pooja, right? Pooja would have
Yes,
been in some corporate job and, like, or maybe getting a hike every year and designation. So that's really so nice. And so we got to know that you got into engineering and also, so which was, if you can share, like what was, which company did you get into and how long did you work for there?
I worked in L&T, Mysore branch. So I
Mm-hmm.
worked there for a brief period of 1 year, during which the project was not yet allotted and we were still undergoing training. During
Okay.
that phase, we had a small task activities. During that phase itself, I started realizing that I'm not directly connected to what service I'm providing there. And I strongly wanted to feel the end product that I make, which is something possible in civil service. If we are able to do something good, we can actually see that in front of our own eyes. So that connectivity was missing between my profession and my passion. So that is how my work profile was. And I quickly made a decision. And I'm very happy that I made a decision, though there was a lot of backslashing from my parents, because it's very lucky that we get a job and we are also staying in beautiful city like Mysuru.
Yes.
So that was regarding my work. But nothing that important or milestone kind of thing happened during my workplace because it was just for a 1 year now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Because many a times what happens immediately after studies, if we land up with a job, like parents will be happy, and when we are happy, because we'll be switching from our student life to earning life, and many of us would want to enjoy that freedom. So all these things will be there, and in spite of that, taking this kind of decision was definitely not easy if you can trace back and look at those particular days. And definitely, yes, it's worth it. And yes, you would have got to listen from many of your maybe friends or relatives, or okay, Pooja, is it the right decision? Are you you're taking, and all those you would have heard about it. But tell me, did you I mean, you told you, and the best part is, Pooja, what I liked is you took the decision at the earliest.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
uh,
See, the thing is, we dream, but we think that the short-term problems, that often we delay our dream. We delay
yes.
our dream and accept problems more. So actually, I just want to make a point here that all these hurdles that I'm not employed or I'm not earning, all these things are just temporary. For temporary things like that, if we let go of long-term goals, then it will not be a good thing. So that is something where we have to give preference. I always say be selfish when you have a dream. Choose yourself first over everyone and everything. So if we have a dream, we should also be able to make it our priority. So
Yes.
that is something that I always believed.
Okay. So yes, so you decided and you quit the job. And tell me one thing, like what was your plan when you decided, okay, fine. Is it that you are very clear that, yes, I want to do this? And how exactly your preparation started?
Actually, I had started civil service preparation during my third year of engineering. It
Hmm.
was like a very brief introduction to what civil service actually is. So for about a 10 to 20 days, I started studying. But then later the placement thing started happening. Then I became a victim of what I just told few minutes back, that I let go of my long-term goal, and I stood by that short-term satisfaction, short-term gratification. So I focused on placement. So that was complete breakdown of my dream. So after engineering, after joining job, I took up this one.
Yeah. So many a times it does happen, like we will be confused and we want to be one of the people, who are there. Then you feel that, oh, I'll be left out. People are going for job. Then I'll be the only odd man out. So let me also follow the track which all others are following. And that's how people try to end up living a mediocre life, like
Yes, yes.
they don't enjoy, okay, fine, but what to do? It's paying my bills, it's looking after my family. So yeah, it's fine. So what about their dreams? Their dreams take a back seat,
Backseat,
right?
exactly,
So
exactly.
most of the people do experience this. And yes, dreams, we should have not only dreams, I feel that we should have big dreams. And that is what
True.
you started off with, right?
Thank you.
And you didn't delay as well. You took up the decision at the earliest. And because I see that what is the age limit for students, for aspirants to take up the civil service examinations?
Ma'am, the window is quite a lot.
Hmm.
Between 21 till 35 years, we can take up. But the sooner we get into service, there are higher chance that we reach higher positions. So we can reach till the cabinet level. So that is possible if we get an early entry. But rather than all these positions and promotions, that when we have this strong intuition, we should recognize and hold it. That I still remember that Abraham Lincoln's quotation that if we are making some decision, first put your feet, then stand firm. So make a decision first and then hold it to it. So that is what I believe. It doesn't matter at what age we start, but the belief in our own thinking, that belief in, yes, I want to do this, that somewhere the acceptance is what needed.
Okay, very well said. Yes, many a times what happens, we have the talents, we have the abilities. Only thing is the mindset or the belief in ourselves will make us, stay back, and we will always keep procrastinating things, telling that, okay, now this might not be the perfect time. Let me wait for perfect time or something, those kind of situations. So another interesting thing is, like, we should not wait for the circumstances. We should create
Exactly.
the circumstances,
True,
because
true.
many a times we blame that, okay, fine, I couldn't study. Why? Because my house environment was not proper. I couldn't study because we were financially not sound. I couldn't do this because of, many reasons, excuses. There are no endless, there are so many excuses people can give. But the only thing what we should keep in mind is we should create the circumstances what we want, so that we can move towards our goals. Right.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
you did that, I can see. And yes, so once you started your journey towards this, did you in between ever feel like, okay, fine, no, it's not possible, it's difficult, let me give up? Did you reach that kind of, mindset any point of time, Pooja?
Luckily, I did not. Luckily, I did not, because there are two factors here. One is that I personally was very passionate towards what I was doing. That is, the enjoying what we do is also very, very much necessity. So that is one. Plus, I had a very good ecosystem created in my home. There was no point of going back. So I never felt that this is not for me, or I should. There are days when I felt I am being tired. I'm being see, UPSC preparation is something where we almost isolate from others, and our routine, our lifestyle changes totally. So there is a sense of FOMO. FOMO is there definitely. So whenever I used, there were things.
You're on mute.
I just got a call.
Yes.
So there were moments where I was emotionally and mentally drained, but there was no moment that I should not do it, or this is not for me. This I never. One more thing, that I never doubted myself. When the life gives an opportunity to believe, when the life itself, the universe is nothing but positivity, why should I even let a small atom of negative thing enter into my own mind? So this was always my principle, and I used to enjoy what I was doing. So there was never a backsliding moment.
Okay. That's very true, Pooja, because universe is like, it has got abundance of opportunities for people that we don't realize. We always, sometimes we get into the self-doubt, telling that, okay, am I capable? Will I be successful? What if I fail? What if I, what will people say? All this kind of things will be running in our mind, and this will, make us to procrastinate many a times and tell that, okay, but usually, yes, the pain of regret, at a later point of time in our life is much more painful than the pain of discipline.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's what, the message that can go to all those people who wants to dream big, because it's never, never, never late. And also there is no, as you rightly said, there is no age limit. You can always take up things. And if you see the latest generation, right, the people, the students' patience and the attention span has literally gone down due to various factors, right? The advancement in technology, the way the technology, or maybe they have been addicted to technology and all those things. Now, what is that one piece of advice that you would want to give them if it comes to pursuing their dreams?
Technology is the secondary. We are the ones that created, and that is what the master slave thing should not get reversed. We are actually the masters of our own life. We should not let any gadget or any app control us. This is one, and particularly in our generation, including myself, the thing that happens is that this generation is a doubtful generation, and we don't believe in ourselves. For example, just a humorous example. Even before we upload a photo on Instagram, we make sure there's a filter.
Yeah.
We make sure everything is perfect. So we don't believe. So So that is a problem. And particularly regarding the gadgets and technology, the distraction is huge. But at the same time, on the hindsight, there are a lot of opportunities as well. A lot of distance learning, a lot of communicating with friends, all those socializing things can happen. But I believe this is where our human thought or our own diligence should come out, that to make a decision, to draw a boundary between what is healthy for me and the line where unhealthy things may start, or something that might make me a loser, that might make me slow down. So we have to recognize this. This is our task. Because if we see any technology, the technology makes us almost an addict, because it is gaining for such a short span of attention, and we have almost become a victim of it. This is somewhere that we have to work ourselves, that we have to draw lines, what is beneficiary and what is not. If we do not do that, then definitely we'll end up in a vicious circle.
Yeah.
So for this, I suggest if anyone watches this video, please do watch the movie called Social Dilemma, where they've exactly shown how a social media can actually kill our own creativity.
Okay. The movie name is Social Dilemma, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. So, yes, very rightly said, we should be in a position wherein we can draw a line. Okay, now
Right.
this is sufficient for me, and yes, technology can be used both in a good way and also in a not so good way.
Right.
So it is we who can control that, and definitely if we have anything in big, something to achieve, so we'll have to do a balancing and take care of it.
Yes.
Yes. And next, coming to, definitely to achieve something, there will be a lot of roadblocks, obstacles, challenges, which will not be visible to people. People just see Pooja as, oh wow, 390th rank, 45th rank. But what is the discipline that she went through this journey, right? What are the challenges? If you can please throw some light on that, it would be helpful.
Definitely. Speaking of challenges part, since I had quit my job, I did not have zero balance account. Even for a pencil and rubber, I used to be dependent on my parents or my sister. So my sister was almost like my godmother. So for what I'm today, I was actually like a investment. She was actually an investment banker. She kept investing on me. There was a mad belief from her that I can do it. So somewhere it worked out too. So I did face a little bit of financial challenge. Apart from that, a very silly challenge that I faced. We face a lot from society, that there are a lot of you cannot do it. There are a lot of fingers that are pointing towards. Just to tell you about one incident. So I used to go to a study library since our home was quite small. I could not concentrate well. There was a lot of disturbances. So I used to go to study library. I would come back home around 11:30 or 12 o'clock in the night. My
Okay.
dad used to come and pick me. Okay. So my neighbors were like, what does this girl even do? So as soon as they could hear us honking or a vehicle sound, they used to come outside and check. They used to do a lot of policing. So after which me and my father, what we started doing was we used to stop our vehicle 100 meters far from our home, and we used to pull our vehicle towards our home. So these are kind of silly things that happen, but these for me, I dealt with it. But for other women, especially for women, there are a lot of you cannot do it, you
Yeah.
may not do it. A lot of negative voices. These voices are not even visible, but they taunt us a lot. They stay in our mind a lot. So these were kind of challenges that I faced. Apart from that, since I was doing entire my studies from home, I did not have a peer circle. So sometimes I used to feel bad for that. That if I had a peer circle of people who studied for UPSC, I can have a better conversation. I can open up my own thoughts. This was something that I faced. Apart from that, challenges as ma'am, the one thing is challenges are relative to us. What I feel I struggle, the struggle may not be for somebody else. So
Yes.
instead of saying the struggle, what I want to say is it was competitive. The process was competitive. It was not struggling, it was more competitive. And to deal with all these challenges, definitely discipline helped me a lot. So there are 3 Ds that I strongly believe: dream, dedication. Sorry, there are 4 Ds actually: dream, dedication, determination, and discipline. Without discipline, I couldn't be here.
Yes.
So, so what? Again, for this, my family is the reason, because even before my dad leaves home in the morning, we all need to be showered. We have to sit with him for the breakfast. That has been a hard policy in our home. That we have to dine with our father. That before he leaves to office, we have to be all dressed and be tidy. So this somewhere helped me be disciplined and start a good morning routine.
Yes.
And I made a policy myself that whatever happens, that I have to be with a very happy mind at 9 o'clock in front of my study table. Whatever maybe whatever I had been faced yesterday, I should let it go and be in front of my study table exactly at 9 o'clock. This is something that I followed. Even though I took break by evening or afternoon, but the morning routine helped me a lot.
Okay.
So this so discipline was quite a friend of mine.
Yes. Very well said. Yes. I would like to, appreciate your sister because she has done a very wise investment in you because
Yes,
it is definitely worth it because investing on education is something which will never go for a
no,
waste, right? So a very good thing. And also societal pressure, yes, like all of us should understand that societal pressure will always be there, and we should not try to bend for those things whatever is coming in front of us, right? People will tell, even whatever you do, people will tell. And if we keep taking all those things, we can never move forward in life. Only take the
yes,
right
ma'am.
things, ignore the rest, and move ahead, right? So that
Take
is,
it lightly.
yes,
Take it lightly.
take it lightly. Yes. Some
Ma'am,
people, yes, they do take it personally, and they try to live as per, okay, society. Okay, fine.
yes,
Right.
exactly.
So that is something which, it's difficult. I mean, all said and done, it's difficult sometimes, but yes, it's not impossible.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, just to add to that, since
Mhm.
you identified my sister, uh, my sister and women like you are actually the embodiment of empowered women, empower women. You do not settle that you are settled. You make sure that other women are also trying to settle, that you support other women. So this is very, very true in case of, I can see that in you as well, in my sister as well, that empowered women, empower women. And I hope I can continue your legacy.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And yes, maybe we can collaboratively work towards that, we
Correct.
can empower more and more women
Women.
so that, it is a chain kind of reaction which happens. Good. So we got to know so many things from you, your journey as how it has been, and definitely I would like to also stress that the conversation we are going that is having right now is not only for civil services examination aspirants, for also others, everyone, housewives, entrepreneurs, business people, anyone who wants to chase their dreams, not only dreams but big dreams. So it is also seen that, Pooja, that many aspirants, who wants to take up civil service examination, yes, they do take it up. But maybe after one attempt, many people, they give up. Okay, fine. Oh, this is not for me.
Not for me.
Something is destined for me. This is not written in my fate, or they use these kind of words. So, and also they get demotivated. And what do you have to say about this word called failure?
Ma'am, the thing is, first of all, civil service is that is a noble profession.
Yes.
So that should always be in our mind, that even if we fail, and if we fail and if we quit, we are actually disappointing the society here. Because if we get an opportunity, we get a huge platform where we can actually bring certain changes. So this will be left out if we do not try once again. So try for yourself, but try more for others. So this is one. And regarding failure, without failure, nothing can happen. Failure is actually a stepping stone to success. So this is one. And we learn a lot from our failure. And success person is just another failed guy who tried once again. That's all. So in my own case, I failed in my first attempt, but I did not take it to heart, because see, the thing that success is that it will happen, but there is no time that we cannot sit and tell like, oh, success will come at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Success will come when it is destined.
Yes.
What we have to do is only the efforts part. So that is what I want to tell. And the why we feel so bad when we fail is because we attach a lot of emotions to actual result or outcome rather than not the input. So somewhere our focus should be on the input side and not the output side. If we correct our input, the output will automatically appear. This is one. And acceptance to failure is something that we have to develop a lot. When I did not clear my first attempt, I took a break for about 5 days. Then I came back, because the goal that I have requires me to have a strong sense of perseverance. Perseverance is something that we need, regardless of how many times we fail. To quote this in a very beautiful manner, I remember Lady Gaga's Oscar speech, where she says, even if we fall down, come back with passion. It doesn't matter how many times we fall down. It matters how sooner we get up and come back. So anybody watching can go and watch Lady Gaga's Oscar speech. So that is very beautifully she has quoted, that it doesn't matter how many times we feel hurt, we feel painful. It matters how sooner we come back. That is regarding the failure part.
Yeah. So, right. Failures, they should not be taken personally, but we should feel that, yes, this is the lesson that will help me to take my next step. Right. So that is the perspective with which we have to move ahead. And definitely failures should be there, because if you taste success in the very first attempt, then you will never know what is it, that is a failure taste like. So definitely failures will always are very good, which will teach us a lot of lessons. And also we can be more equipped with a lot of strategies and for the next attempt. So I feel, in my experience of whatever in my career and my personal life, failures are a very good opportunity to move ahead.
True. And failures make us more humble.
Yes.
More humble in life.
True. Very well, very well. So if I could tell you, like, okay, you already discussed this. If I can ask you, okay, what are the top 5 skills which you would want the aspirants as well as the other people to dream big and also to move ahead towards that?
Regarding skills, the first one I want to mention is that a right mindset. Mental health is very, very important. Mental and emotional health is very important. The second is that start being your own friend. Start being your own friend. Try to have a conversation with ourselves. We cannot cheat our own conscience. We can cheat our parents. We can cheat whoever is watching, but we can never cheat our own conscience. That is second thing. And third is that never doubt attitude, and always have that yes, I can do it attitude. The fourth one is that discipline. And third is that acceptance. Be it be acceptance regarding mistake, acceptance regarding success, or acceptance regarding failure. Always try to look for what could have been improvised or what could have been better. Always find that little area where we can still improvise. So have that never settle attitude. These are the five things that I would like to tell.
Very good. So you have in those skills, all the D's are having a high
Having
priority, right? Yes, we definitely will remember those things. So having said that, with respect to these skills, right? So many skills are something which has to be acquired over a period of time, and there are many ways in which we can acquire. Having
yes,
a
ma'am.
right set of people surrounding us. That is a very first thing that we have to do is always knock off the negative or the people
Negative.
who are not supporting you towards in your journey, right? It's okay. It could be your friends, it could be your relatives, anyone for that matter. So if they are not supportive or if they are trying to pull you from achieving your dreams, always try to make sure that you
Yes.
have a good ecosystem. You have already,
Choose yourself.
yes, touched upon that. So having said that, I would like to, one platform which really has helped me is something recently is since last few years is a Toastmasters platform. So have you heard about it, Pooja? And if so, would you recommend it for people, who are there and who wants to make use of this wonderful platform?
Yes, ma'am. I have heard of Toastmaster, and I'm very happy to say that I did participate in one of the Toastmaster meeting. So it was in my college. It was in Mysore division. So whoever has this fear that I cannot speak well, then yes, I can speak with myself better. But when I come in front of somebody else, I stumble or I stammer. When I'm not confident enough, then I definitely recommend them to look towards Toastmaster, because I have personally experienced the way the cordial support that the Toastmaster provides us. It's almost like an encouragement to come out as a good speaker, to express ourselves in a more confident as well as in a well structured manner. So, Toastmaster definitely helps to improve our communication. So, whoever is feeling that I cannot speak well, that I lack that communication skill, then they can definitely give a try to Toastmasters.
Yeah. Thank you so much for, I brought out this because I have been benefited a lot since last few years, and I have seen people grow and people who are there in this platform since decades together. So it's a wonderful platform people to improve their communication, networking, leadership skills. Now, all the skills are very important in any aspect of your life, be it your
True.
personal life or your professional life as well. So anyone who wants to, and also the environment, which it's a very supportive and conducive, wherein people don't judge you. If you don't speak well, people don't judge you. They don't tell you, okay, you're not speaking well. So you are given a stage to improve all these competencies, which is equipped with your other technical skills, will take you a long way. So people who
Yes.
wants to taste what Toastmasters is, kindly find out a club near you and try to approach. And I'm also the club member and also the area director for Mysore division. So anyone interested can reach out to me as well, and so that I can guide you for that. So thank you so much for giving your views on Toastmaster. And last but not the least, I have a very interesting question. So
Yes, ma'am.
what are the future plans? I know like you are all geared up for training and all other things. So if you can just share if on your future plans, it would be really great.
Just because regarding my future plans, that I am a very enthusiastic learner, that I don't want to stop learning first. That is a very strong thing that I am holding for. And second, if I do get a chance, I want to do a little bit of change or something thing in education sector. So these are my, as of now, short term things, that I don't know what the life will give me an opportunity, but I'll always be hungry to learn, relearn, and unlearn. This is the one that I can say with surety.
Thank you so much, Pooja, for being with us today and having this very short and also a very meaningful conversation, which will be, which will be definitely helpful for many of the people out there, people like you who want to pursue their dreams, and also many other dreams in other areas as well. Thank you so much for being here. And just to summarize, people who are watching this video, the recorded video, dreaming is something, the first step to achieve your goals. And don't just dream, because dream big, because only when you have big dreams, you will be able to have that sense of accomplishment and find some meaning and purpose in life. Because there should be something that drives you from bed every morning, which should spoil your sleep. That should be the kind of, when I tell big dreams. Some of us try to settle with few things, telling that, okay, this is working for me, then why should I try something big? I am enjoying, I'm at my comfort zone. So that is the biggest risk. So people who dream big are happier, and also people who settle for less, try to get up, and because it's never too late, right? And also one more important thing is, dreaming is free. You don't have to pay for it, right? So why don't you dream big? People don't penalize you. Okay, fine. If you're dreaming big. And also lack of dream, sometimes what happens, it will let people feel emptiness, if they feel that I am meant for something, but I am not loving what I do. So let me do something big. That is why. And also, one thing I would like to stress upon it, it's never too late to go after your dreams, because there are many successful people who have achieved their dreams even after, people, when they want to retire and settle down, people have started to chase their dreams. There are many examples. So try to find inspiration wherever it is possible, from your near people, dear people, from the technology, and try to make sure that no matter how old you are, where you are, at what stage of life you are, always try to chase your dreams, because dream big and create your own story, because we should be the master of our destiny.
Destiny, true. Very well said, ma'am.
Yes. Thank you so much, Pooja, once again. So yes, the allotted time, 1 hour, I'm giving back 10 minutes of yours.
Thank you for having me here. It was wonderful talking to you.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.